Okay. In number 1 from the practice word problems, we have a situation with two guys in a duel. So we have Reginald, who's walking this way at a speed that we don't know, and we've got Quinn, who's walking in the opposite direction. Again, we don't know what the speeds are. So they're probably walking two different speeds, but each one's walking a constant speed. So the two pieces of information we've got are that after 10 seconds, they are 88 feet apart, and after 15 seconds, Reginald has walked 24 feet farther than Quinn. So let's see if we can codify that into some kind of equations. So after 10 seconds, the fundamental question we have to ask is how far have these guys walked? So the relationship we've got between distance and speed and time is always that speed is distance over time, right? Now the two pieces of information we're given are in terms of distances, so let's use the fact that distance is speed times time. I'm just taking this equation and multiplying it through by t. So now what this means is after 10 seconds, Reginald has walked 10 times, let's say, SR, where that's the speed that he's walking. We don't know what it is. And Quinn has walked 10 times, let's say, SQ. All right, so what do we know about that? We know the distance between them is 88, right? So if I've got 10R, or 10 times SR, and 10 times SQ, I know that whole distance is 88. So I know that 10 times SR plus 10 times SQ has got to be 88. All right, what's the other piece of information that we're given? We're given that after 15 seconds, something happens. So let's get the same kind of diagram here. After 15 seconds, Reginald will have walked 15 times SR, and Quinn will have walked 15 times SQ, right? Because that's the speed and that's the time, and speed times time is going to give you distance. So what we know is that this distance, is bigger than this one on the right by a difference of 24. So what we know is that 15 times SR is equal to 15 times SQ plus 24. So what we've got now is neither one of these things gives us SR or SQ specifically, but we've got two ways we can relate them, so we should be able to find them both. And the idea is solve for one of them and plug it into the other equation. Now since I've got SR isolated down here, what I want to do is just divide everything by 15. So I got SR is SQ plus 24 over 15. So this means I can take this SR and replace it with a SQ plus 24 over 15. So what I've got is 10 times SQ plus 24 over 15 plus 10 times SQ is equal to 88. Alright, so multiply it through. I've got 10 SQ from here and another one from here. So I've got 20 times SQ plus 240 over 15 is equal to 88. Now if I remember right, 240 over 15 is just 16. You can punch that in a calculator. So I've got 20 times SQ is 88 minus 16, which should be 72. So dividing by 20, I've got SQ is 72 over 20, which I want to say is 3.6. Alright, we only had one more thing we had to find, which was SR, and we have this relationship telling us how to get SR from, I guess this one would be easier, telling us how to get SR from SQ. So I know that SR is going to be 3.6 plus 24 over 15, and I want to say 24 over 15 is 1.6, so this should give you 5.2. So we got two speeds. And you can check them, they do work, but that's the setup that I'm looking for that one.